when we last left the party, they had been... they may or may not. Snarg actually ended up sort of destroying an airship. And with gouts of flame and death. Just a little bit. Illuvian military-grade airship. The good news is the DICE decided that airship did not wipe out a tremendous amount of life and material. And just completely crippled the... I was willing to let it explode, too. Like, Fox Ridge would be gone. Your airship, well, there's something else would have happened to it, but it would have been gone. And the other airships would have been gone. It just... And a few...
My airship was a ways away, thank you.
Yeah, not far enough. Not for a... That detonation would have triggered the other airships' detonations. Think about, like, a nuke that sets off a nuke that sets off a nuke. And there were 6 military-grade frigates in there, counting the one you blew up. So that would have leveled, like, most of that mountain. Never mind Fox Ridge, just the whole mountain change of the Northern Reach. That didn't happen, thank God. I wasn't... I mean, I was going to let that happen. That's kind of my style.
It's Snark's fault. He did that. Whatever he did.
So say if you say something enough times, it becomes truth.
So Weyoun reported all of this.
Has no idea that she did that.
Yeah. In character, Zariel isn't aware that she's the one who pulled it off. That's actually kind of a plot point. But we pointed out for our viewers' sake. Weyoun, your directorate, your revenant on the ship, has decided to report in that you guys are the ones who took out that frigate. Now, that was always supposed to happen. I was kind of planning for you guys to be in the spatial plane for a little longer. And not to bring anyone back with you. But you made it out.
I'm sending them to the spatial temple. I just haven't done it yet.
With some friends. I'm not going to be coy about their name anymore. They're called the Lamias. That's the name of their species. They share that in, there's been plenty of time to actually give that information to the party and therefore to the viewers. So they are called the Lamias, or Lamia for singular. And they don't share most of their backstory because the GM doesn't want to give away all of that yet. And that's the reason. They've been very distracted. But Weyoun reported this in, so when you guys got back, like, one of the first things was the directorate guy, the ex-directorate guy, the Dominion personnel, another revenant down there, who has been working with your team. He's just been off camera. He's the guy who was assigned to setting up Fox Ridge, working on the docks, getting the people organized, and using it as a military trade hub as part of your deal with the directorate, and now the Dominion. That guy, he really, really wants to meet the three of you, for some reason.
I'm sure it's nothing big.
Yeah.
Does being in charge of stuff always mean this many meetings?
You're not even at the meeting stage yet. You're going to get much worse. Because I got another meeting planned after this one, and then one after that one, too.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
We haven't done the pre-meeting meeting yet to decide the schedule for the meeting.
And you still have to form the committee to find out who's going to be at the meeting.
No, my heart is too close to home.
Yeah, it is. Let's move on. That's too depressing. So,
office and cubicles.
Should I presume that you guys are going to the meeting, the pre-meeting meeting?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Unless somebody wants to run off.
Zariel, I know you're very, very excited about...
Zariel, before she goes anywhere, is getting these poor folks to someplace where they can achieve nourishment.
That's actually a really good point. I was going to have you... I assumed you'd go to the meeting and then come back and they'd be starving.
I got an idea for that.
Uh-oh.
So they were willing to teach this new form of geomancy that actually changes the terrain, right?
Okay.
They can't actually
Right.
themselves, right?
Right.
You're going to try to...
So I try to give them a little
this
spatial.
spatial?
Terrain. They tell me how to do it. I give them some spatial training, and then they can just sit there and eat the ground.
Okay.
Can I watch?
Yes. I suggest you don't do that on the airship, but actually do it on the...
I didn't.
Oh no, I done
that
kicked
work.
his ass off the airship. Sorry. Oh, you gonna try what? Here, bunk. Out the loading bay you go. Have a fun trip. Bye.
You're actually already landed, so he just falls like an inch.
Just walk off, step.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So. Okay. They'll spend the next. Let's roll for it. Let's roll for it. They will spend the next 5 hours.
Well, hang on. What I was going to actually do, just until he gets to know how to do it naturally, was to use the very last analysis on it to do it for them quickly while I'm there, and then let them feed off of that and take care of the larger stuff later. If that will work.
That will work.
Obviously,
so
I'll lose the ability to do it after a couple of minutes.
Yeah, so you burn analysis.
Mhm.
You get the knowledge. There's no rolls. There's no nothing. Actually, there is still a roll for the rate variance of success, but you don't have the ability to do it. That is, of course, a knowledge affinity roll, or excuse me, an elemental knowledge affinity. I told you I'm having issues. Elemental affinity roll.
It's pretty good, but I'm actually going to add an action point to this,
Okay.
just so I can boost up a bit. Okay, good. 28.
Wow. Okay. You successfully... You remember how I described the kind of purple-scarred, rocky terrain with sort of veins of violet energy coursing out of it and the occasional spark of blue, light blue? The terrain shifts from grass, forest, etc. All the trees just... They die on the spot. They wilt over into ash and scatter on the winds. And the foliage and the forest and the little bunny rabbits and the grass just crash. And now there's this sort of barren violet terrain, as previously described.
That was a little more destructive than I thought it'd be, but
It doesn't stop spreading.
From the, it doesn't stop spreading.
No, it's still slowly inching out. I'd say about 3 or so inches.
I'm gonna
a
dash to
second.
the thing and tell my captain to raise us, please.
No, it's okay. You could stay.
No, this
Oh.
shit's not invading my ship.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
No.
well, can I stop the spread? Like say, all right, that's good. Stop.
Give me another roll, elemental affinity roll.
All right. 24.
Last time you got a 28,
Yes.
which means you do not beat yourself.
I can potentially get higher.
Yeah. So as I'm running down the hallway, I told you he's evil.
How about this? What if I...
Destroyed an airship with this shit. Now he's making purple grass.
Actually,
It's
there's
fine,
not
it's
really
under
any...
control.
I-
Where's the weed killer?
What's the killer?
Could I potentially try again, but use a maximize Gaia?
I think I'll allow that. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Basically, to just last ditch. Let's stop this stuff. For my resources.
Okay, I'll go ahead and say that will successfully halt it for now. You, however, have rolled
For now.
more than well enough
For
to
now.
know that what you did basically has attached for lack of a better term, a growth spot onto the ley line. And because this particular ley line is already so completely out of whack, it's feedbacking in a way it shouldn't. Like, what just happened is not actually normal. And in fact, even the Lamias would be like, what the hell? You know, when that happened. And you probably should have been shocked by it, too. But because the water ley line...
I'm done telling my ship to get off the ground and not lay on this and don't get near it.
Yeah, the water ley line being wonky means that it's trying to draw from it, even though it really shouldn't. So it'll take some maintenance to prevent it from spreading.
Okay. So since I can't actually speak their language at the moment, I'll give them the thumbs up again.
And one of them goes slowly, just kind of like really unfamiliar.
Like, can they eat from this now?
Yeah, they can actually.
Okay, double thumbs up. You know,
Like the crooked fingers.
because watches exist.
Yes, watches are definitely. No, you just go like a clock, Chrono Trigger thing.
Yes.
Um,
I go. I do the robot.
yes,
and a bunch of-
they will totally understand that. Okay, so you, I assume, having procured nourishment for these poor things at the expense of possibly destroying Fox Ridge, you are
It'll
now
just
ready.
be a little bit different.
That's true. It won't actually destroy it. It will change it.
Only a Geomancer 7. Tell you what.
You know what? Those other geomancers are going to be very impressed with what you've done here,
And horrified.
and horrified. So I assume you go to the meeting without issue?
Yeah.
All right, so you head your way in.
Yeah, after
Um,
I get my ship off the ground, I'll come back and I'll be like, is this fixable?
Yes.
No, I'm not to you, to them.
They look at you and say, I have no idea. This should not have happened to begin with.
Okay. Will it hurt? It ate the rabbits.
They were there,
Will it hurt people?
probably. Only initially, though. Like, that shouldn't happen. The growth shouldn't hurt anything unless they happen to be, like, right on the growth when it grows.
How will we know when it's growing?
Well, you'll see it kind of slowly expanding, and there'll be, life being sacrificed to create new energy. Your typical Felmagerie. You know how this works.
Geomancer creep.
Yes, you've just invented creep, Snarg.
All right, gotta move faster.
So I will turn around to Snarg and say, "You're killing things, and they don't know how to stop it."
It's okay.
It'll be fine.
I've got it in control. I'll figure it out after the meeting. It's fine for now.
Get to the meeting. What the hell? No.
Yeah, so I'm
Just
gonna
make sure
make
we
sure
get
I'm gonna be like, okay, but you need to water talk to your dude and tell him to keep everyone away from it, because it will start growing again, and when it does, it will eat whatever's standing on it that isn't spatial.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, this could potentially just
Including
grow
you.
and start eating people.
So we need to set up a perimeter.
So, water talk to the other geomancer, or just radio in or whatever.
I was gonna
since
say,
we're-
you're right frickin' there. I mean, you don't need to use special fancy stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you don't have to. I'm just, you're right there.
Gotta try that first, though.
Okay, so you try the super fancy stuff. Give me the roll.
17.
Okay, so
I'm gonna talk to you on the radio. Hang on. All right. Over to the radio. Click.
yeah,
Or
what's
actually,
up?
probably go up to communications officer. I don't know how to work this. Can you radio that place? Point
Oh
it
yeah, sure, easily.
All right.
And Craig's like, kunk, kunk.
I need to talk to Mr. Terranok.
I don't remember his name. No,
Mr. of Aggressor. I think yes.
aggressor is correct. Yeah, even I remember that. So he hooks him in. And there's a little bit of pause, and you hear this very uncertain voice saying, "Hello."
Oh, so I understand. It must
He
seem like
created a
chaos outside.
Yeah, so something really weird just happened with the elements. Like the whole ley line shifted. I don't know how to explain it, boss.
Yeah, that was me. It's fine.
You shifted a ley line.
Yes.
What? Okay. I'm trusting your judgment on this.
I just doing a little experiment.
Are you trying to fix the ley line? Because I mean, I get that. That's a lot.
Actually, yeah, getting there.
Okay, excellent.
If you go
excellent.
to your window and look outside,
Oh my god!
it's not that bad.
Oh, it's the
you
most horrible thing I've ever
Study
seen.
it and quarantine it because it has potential to begin growing again and consuming life in its path.
Okay.
It's okay. I got a plan to fix it, but I got to go to a meeting right now. Apparently,
Gotcha.
I mean, when you join these groups or something, they just make you go to a lot of meetings.
I wouldn't know, sir. You're the boss.
So make sure get fire teams down there. Let's keep this a blood fox thing only for right now,
Okay.
because who knows what the. I'm assuming like Wei Yun is right there.
Actually, he's not. He has no reason to be at this meeting. So he's
Oh,
still
okay.
back on the airship. He's still on the maintenance
Okay.
to see.
Because the Lycans and them may try to mess with it. And I'll let them do that.
Got it. Oh, by the way, just per your orders, while you're away, we've got a whole bunch of recruits. I'll run by them when you got time, but we've got a lot of potential recruits for fire squads. Not a lot of, and I'm just going to use my own term here, elites, though.
Yeah.
But tons and tons of nameless mooks.
Good work. I'll look over the rosters and stuff right after this meeting, but I trust your best judgment. If you see somebody that just needs to be tapped out, go ahead.
Oh, so you want me? Okay. I was gonna look to you for guidance. I mean, because a lot of these are lycanthropes, but you know, I figured.
A lot of them are lycanthropes.
Yeah.
I don't like lycanthropes.
That doesn't mean they're actually going to be part of it.
But no. They said they're gonna join. I mean, obviously their first loyalty will be to their masters. That's just how that works. But you know, they're willing to, you know, do their job, do their part.
Yeah.
Until it interferes.
Wait until for lycanthropes and that kind of stuff. Wait until I look at them.
Oh,
Anyone
okay.
else?
Yeah, no problem. I didn't think there'd be any issue, but yeah, sure.
Well, there's probably not, but there could potentially be. So it's one of those things where you want to make sure we're 100% sure.
I got you. That's why I run by it.
You saw what happened outside like an hour ago. So
Yeah, what the hell was up there? They were just like culturally. That's how they explained it. They said it's just this lycanthrope culture thing, and I didn't know what to make of that.
no, that's the PR explanation for it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
In a nutshell, there's a little bit of a civil war. So
There's a civil war on top of the war.
this is why we don't want to just be accepting lycanthropes right now.
Right. Well, I don't want to keep you from your meeting.
Oh, please do.
I want to keep you from your meeting. Aw.
No, I gotta go anyway. You're twisting my arm, but I've gotta go.
Okay. Well, have fun at your meeting, sir. Boss.
Thanks. See you later, Lieutenant.
Bzz.
All right. Cool.
This would also be the moment in which Lunacha discusses the stuff with you, Guido, that I've already discussed with you,
Okay.
with regards to
You know, I won't
Osteth.
close the door. Go on.
So that just happens.
Sorry,
Hey,
I heard a knock.
there was a knock at your door. I saw. At least I'm assuming there was a knock because I saw someone who would have perpetuated such a thing, or perpetrated. Wrong word.
Yep.
She didn't start the knock, but she perpetuated it. Ugh. So Zerial, while you're doing this, while everyone's doing their things, he's talking to his dude. Guido's talking to Lunacha. Greeley comes by and says, "Psst, boss.
Yeah.
So, I need some advice, boss. It's your call, but should we include the Dominion int networks, the intelligence network, into what we're trying to do? Should we tap that resource, or should we try to stay separate? Because they got a lot of resources, boss. But I mean, they're in charge of it, and they'd know everything we know.
Yeah, I know. I'm not entirely certain yet.
All right, I'll keep them separate for now, boss. One last thing.
Run it through me, because you're not a part of the Dominion. I am.
Yeah, that's right, sir. Boss, sir. Boss, ma'am, boss.
Did you go potty? Okay.
Oh, that's one other thing, ma'am. There's this adorable 3-year-old who just showed up one day, and she's like the cutest thing in the known universe. What should we do with her?
Well, is she good at pushing buttons?
Yes.
Make her the captain.
Okay. So you head to the meeting.
Yes.
You're at the meeting. There are several very well-armed, obsidian-geared lycanthropes present.
Wait, before I go to the meeting, there's one thing I want to do.
Okay.
I got these just for this express purpose.
Okay.
The dress uniform.
Cool.
I'm gonna get that and put that on.
I forgot about that. I remember that now from your dossier.
Yes.
Just for our viewers, what do they look like?
Right on.
Very kind of a actual white and red old Russian military style. Of course, with the Blood Fox symbol on it, and once I spend some more money, we're gonna make that animated, woven into it.
Nice. What's the animation going to be?
Just kind of a little flaming effect on the lower part of the logo.
Okay. Whoops. I
trails
just
off its
screwed
waves.
everything up. Oh jeez. Okay, we're okay. So you're in the snappy outfit. Guido, are you? I mean, you actually have access to a dress uniform that came with the captain's chair. I don't know if you have any others. You guys haven't done a lot of cosmetic stuff. Not that I'm.
Z has.
Zerial, what is she wearing?
Well, I'm assuming Snarg comes back and he's like looking all fun and frilled in his suit and.
Yeah, no bow ties though. No, none of
Well,
that.
no, it's a dress uniform. So he comes back in that and sees like, oh, it's that kind of meeting, and she goes off to her room and she will put on that flame silk, Olthoi silk
I remember that.
dress.
What do you mean it's that kind of meeting? You're meeting with a general of the Dominion. If nothing else, these are some of your allies who you probably want to be impressing upon them the significance of how much you care about your alliance
Yeah,
with them.
but Z's an assassin spy.
Roll knowledge politics. All right, you roll high enough to understand.
No, I'm saying she's an assassin spy. She doesn't like these kinds of meetings.
Well, congrats. You're
doesn't
ahead of state now.
not know how to act in them.
Now, in fairness, Guido is the one who's really been taking the head of state role lately. I mean, Snarg's got his thing going on, but that's more of like a general's role.
Mhm.
And Zerial, you're the spy, and so yeah, you've actually got a nice trio of power going on here: the general, the assassin, and the actual head of state. What title would you use, Guido? Help me out here, because there's so many.
Commandant.
Commandant. There we go. The Commandant. Anyways, so Guido, are you dressing up to the best of your ability?
I'm trying to figure out what I could incorporate from the captain's uniform into the armor. And I'm kind of picturing something.
It was custom made to be worn over his armor because when it was because it would have to be because none of my crew is what's your face. So
And
when
he
it
never
was-
takes off his frickin' armor, so
like I'm not taking my armor off.
I've seen an outfit where basically like the shoulder lapels were on the armor plating and there was the insignia and medal and service record pins. And
I'm kind of picturing something 40K-ish. Like the Commissar.
yeah, I could see that. It's horrifying, but I could see it.
They're still human, so mostly.
They are. They're much more human than other people in that setting.
Yep. So that's just what I'm picturing. So
Okay. I just realized we're not on loop. There we go. Okay. No, we need like better music for the. There we go. We get some meeting music going. Yes, I have meeting music. What do you want from me? So, very, very well armed, very, very well armored, in obsidian gear, lycanthrope, standing guard. There is a particularly gaunt-looking Daracost. You, of course, have seen him before, but this is the first time I'm describing him, so I'm describing him for the audience, as well as for your benefit. He is very austere in his presentation, very military. You are aware at this point in time that he actually has served in the military for a very, very long time at this point, since before year zero, basically. And he is very much that kind of personality. If you could picture, say, General Haig from Babylon 5, if you happen to know who that is, or Commodore Ross from DS9, I'll give you two examples there. You know, he's certainly not a hard ass who's an idiot. He is definitely a competent general, but he is also much more a hardliner than he is not. So he gestures. Doesn't say anything, but it's a please be seated gesture.
Okay. I'll do so.
He says, "Before we begin, I would like to question the three of you about your current knowledge about the operation and function of modern airships. Are you not aware that there is a flaw in their design, which means, under the right circumstances, a particularly unpleasant, catastrophic failure of the Magicite Core would lead to an incredible amount of devastation to the nearby terrain?"
yes.
Yeah.
So you are aware of this.
Yeah.
Would you do me the great favor, then, of explaining to me why you decided to destroy a military-grade frigate airship right on our doorstep?
It wasn't my fault. I just look at Zero. It wasn't my fault.
Oh, so you're the one who did this, Mr. Wildbow. You're muted, sis.
So, right after he says that, I turn to Snarg and I say, "Well, Snarg, why did you decide to destroy the airship?"
All right. Flip and see aside. I mean, I wasn't one that destroyed it. You started throwing fire at everything, and then
I didn't throw fire at anything. All right, I'm a black mage. We don't make fire. I'd have to target the ship to be able to attack the ship.
Well, that's not what happened. You targeted everything.
No, you've seen magic before, right, Snarg? I mean, I've cast magic around you. It doesn't do that. Here, do you want me to show you?
The general raises a hand.
Then
It
you'll
says,
burn
please,
this entire. You know what?
please.
Yes,
no?
we know. It was an accident.
It was you accidentally destroyed a military-grade frigate-class airship.
Yes. This is not the first airship we destroyed before.
He exaggerates a little bit. It was a skiff, and that was Guido's fault.
His eyes very slowly turned up towards Guido.
Although that one didn't explode either. I had it land on me, but that didn't explode. See, this is how you don't get invited to more meetings.
I know it's difficult to understand. Being very personally powerful beings, you don't really need things like backing or money or resources or airships, but there are others amongst us who have great benefit from having such more political, more provincial power, rather than the great gouts of flame that you and your kin tend to utilize. It would be well considered by your allies.
I've never seen anything like that before. Have you?
It would be well considered by your allies if you would do us the favor of please discontinuing the destruction of our airships. Now, the way he says this, Zariel, do me a favor, roll charisma real quick.
I rolled a 14.
Okay.
And I need to find the...
You can do it.
Where did the rest of my windows go? Okay.
Do it, sis.
I think you've got a +5.
I should have
6.
plus
And you got a
something.
+6.
Thank you, Guido. I had an entire window open with this, and my window is gone.
So, you can tell by the way he's phrasing his question that he's basically
That wasn't a
trying...
question, that was a statement.
You can tell by the way he's phrasing his literally using the mind of his sister who thinks in the wrong ways that...
You made a statement.
See, this is what I have to
Viewers
deal with
at
every
home,
day.
Back me up on
horrible.
this. Did he not just make a statement instead of asking a question?
It's horrible what I have to put up with. Anyway, so...
It is a plus 7.5 in actuality.
that would be a +7 then.
Yes.
So, you can tell, because you beat the DC anyways, that with his question, what he's trying to do is he's trying to gauge if you did it on purpose, and who you're working for to make you do it on purpose.
Okay. Well, my response to him is going to be to repeat my statement from earlier, going, I've never seen magic like that. Have you?
Yes, approximately 3 hours ago.
That's the first time it's ever happened that I've ever seen.
But
And I have no clue how you make that. I've been a black mage for 30 some odd years.
Isn't that not true, though?
I have never seen anything like that before. This is the first time my character has used that spell. She has no active knowledge that she did it. And the only other thing that she has done even remotely close to this was when she used an ability called Pushback on Garrelin, and she wasn't sentient at the time.
I thought you were with Snarg when he saw that other city that was in flames.
Yes, but it didn't look anything like this.
Never mind then.
Yeah.
Although that was a case of magic being wrong, miss, I'm going to cast fire and then it's not going to work the right way.
It's not my fault that the guy burned to death.
Technically, it is directly your fault that he burned to death.
He didn't actually die, if I
That's
remember
true.
correctly.
He burned to instead of to death.
Oh, all right. You know what? You're right. We'll try to be more careful in the
Killed by
future.
someone else.
So he's not satisfied with your answer, so he's going to steeple his fingers and say more flat out. And at this point, the lycanthropes have drawn their weapons, by the way. And they're ready to go. So he says, I just want to know very simply and plainly if you're working for someone else and who that someone is.
I'll answer as soon as they put their
Would I
weapons
have-
away.
So they stab Snarg! Alright, next.
Would I have gone so far to ensure that that meeting happened between the negotiating parties to form this dominion if I was working for anyone else? And then I'm going to walk toward the door because I'm angry. They're still blaming this on me. It's not my fault.
What do the other two of you say while she tries to push past the lycanthropes?
I'm not trying to push past the lycanthropes. I turned. I walked over to
They're
the lycanthropes.
blocking.
And I'm now waiting impatiently for them to move.
Okay, got it. So while she is moving to them and eventually being blocked by them, what are you two doing?
So is this really the third thing you're going to do? Just draw your weapons on us because you suspect us of something?
Yes. And he says it very matter-of-factly.
I'll turn around and tell Snarg at this. Snarg, this isn't the kind of organization where dissenting viewpoints are allowed to peaceably live out their lives. I'm sure they've killed anyone else.
Good. You can go ahead and make a response. I'm looking for something very specific in this list.
Oh no. Oh no.
While he's looking for that, out of character question, does Defibrillate have a visual?
Yes, it has giant arcing lightning.
Yeah, it's very visual.
Okay.
That's how we know that you killed the last airship.
Right.
First.
If I was to prepare Defibrillate without actually casting it on anyone, can the visual, the arcing electricity start?
To what end?
I think he's trying to intimidate them.
So if you're if you're wanting to add this to like an intimidate roll, or something along those lines.
Can I add to his intimidate roll as well?
Well, we need to first establish that he is doing an intimidate roll.
Yeah.
It would partially be for intimidation. It would also partially be to explain the original destruction of the skiff.
Okay, I will allow it. Obviously, it'll cost to use, but what to do?
How much mana is that? Like a point for level 1 for.
I don't even remember how it works, to be completely honest with you. It's been a long time since you guys have used those abilities. Except for analysis, which you use all the
Okay,
freaking time.
quick question. What did I do in episode 52 that Coulson is accepting my challenge?
I saw that comment too. But I don't have context. Coulson, clarify. What did she do? You'll see this in September, I think. So I need to know.
Oh, yeah. User bathes the nearby area in electrical energy, which arcs between all living entities nearby. Any given arc can jump up to 20 feet total, and creatures can only be jumped from once.
Yeah, I don't remember. Just ask Coulson, okay. You can totally do it. I'm totally allowing it regardless.
Okay.
So, okay, so you do.
Basically, picture Storm from the X-Men.
Yeah, I could see that. So this lightning storm that doesn't hurt anyone or heal anyone just kind of goes. Do you say anything?
So, this was the cause of the skiff's destruction.
To my knowledge, that is defibrillate something that's on? It's a piece of equipment that you have, or is that?
It's one of
Okay,
his
never mind.
unique abilities.
I'm not gonna say anything. I thought it was a like.
He goes around everybody.
Clear.
Yeah. Okay. The general will consider you for a moment. Snarg, are you saying anything? Did you find what you were looking for?
I did, but I'm going to see how Guido's thing plays out first.
Okay, he says nothing, and then he waits for you to say something. Yes, I got away with it.
Did you need any kind of like intimidation or charisma check?
If you're
on
actually
that?
trying to intimidate him, yeah, I need a charisma roll.
Not an intimidation to frighten, just intimidate in the. This ability is basically uncontrollable. So it's not me being intimidating; it's the abilities, uncontrollable.
I just can't help but kill airships wherever I go. It just happens.
It's just natural.
We're on an airship, aren't we?
Yes. No.
No, you're down
No.
in the base. You're in Fox Ridge base right now. You're actually in Snarg's throne room, for lack of a better term.
So this is a charisma check.
Yeah,
Okay. So
and I guess I gotta oppose that. There we go.
28.
Okay. He starts doing this. No. Okay. Okay.
At the time,
Wait, what the heck?
I'm trying to figure out how to make it so he doesn't want to ban you from all airships forever in the future.
Magus, I currently have an objective: equip 3 dwellers with a missile launcher.
Get to it.
We're gonna pass.
Okay. I Snarg, go. I need more on this.
Okay. Well, I'm just about to intimidate them, so.
Oh my god, you guys are terrible.
All right. So Snarg activates Ascension and uses the ability Code of Honor.
Nice music change. That's very suiting. So, what's Code of Honor do for our viewers at home?
For the next 24 plus level minutes, the user gains an increase of 1 plus times level to Diplomacy and Intimidate. If used in combat against an enemy or enemies that would be receptive for an honorable discussion, can convince them towards alternative actions, such as allowing the party to pass without incident or assist them instead.
So,
But he is angry, and he essentially just straight up tells them, I didn't join this thing, but the first thing to happen is you to come into my place and accuse me.
You destroyed an airship!
So if that's all that's going to happen, then you can leave right now. And you can forget about coming back in here.
And then you roll the Intimidate?
Sure.
Alright, you succeed. I
Okay.
could roll a 20 and fail at that. You absolutely intimidate. So he... okay. This is
not
not...
make baseless accusations against us.
No, this... I can work with this. So he leaves with his lycanthropes. You are now alone in the room.
I'm going to make sure that they actually leave.
They're leaving.
I'm following them out.
You don't understand. They're all leaving. The Dominion is leaving Fox Ridge.
Oh, okay.
No.
The viewers at home can't see my expression. You know how every now and again I say I don't expect my viewers to, or my players to do something? This is one of those circumstances right now. But they will. They will make an orderly retreat. All lycanthropes will be withdrawn. All the airships are gone. All the materials are gone. All the supplies are gone. All the workers are gone. They're gone. The Dominion will, by the end of the night, completely have evacuated Fox Ridge. And
What about the guy that's still on my ship?
he will teleport out.
Exit?
Yeah.
For the record, I was trying to explain that the defibrillate ability was a healing ability, but I didn't get a chance. So, not that I think it makes any difference at this point. So,
It's okay. It's an uncontrolled healing ability that kills airships. Uncontrollably. And accidentally. So, yeah, like I said, that's going to take a few hours. So, what are you guys doing in the interim?
Well, as soon as they leave, I need to make a. I don't even know how I make the call to her. The Daracost.
He wants to talk to the lady in his head.
The moment you think it, she's there.
Alright.
She's actually sitting in the general's seat. Just kind of lounge back, you know.
We've got
Waiting.
a problem here.
Hmm?
Dominion came in and just accused us of working for some other team. Drew weapons on us.
Now, there's this pause as she says this. Why would they do that?
I don't know, but I told them to get out.
Pause.
And now it looks like they're withdrawing everything from here.
You did tell them to get out.
I didn't mean the entire thing. I meant the general.
So you just want the leader to go away. No, she doesn't say that. I say that. So what's the problem? It's not like you really need them.
I don't want him in charge of this place. Of those, what were they called? The army complement, whatever?
The... Eh? Who?
The general.
Minion.
He was in charge of the lycanthropes? I mean... I don't understand the question.
I don't want that general, one who's making these accusations against us, be leading those people.
Okay. Oh! Okay, so... I'm sorry, so real quick, she's in your mind, so it helps if you explain to me what you mean, because she would infer that, whereas the GM cannot.
Basically, Snarg wants to do the very same thing that he did to that governor.
Yeah, I have now caught on to that, but for future, if you could help me out with that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so she catches on immediately, because she understands. And she says, it'll take me some time to get the information together. And she vanishes.
Okay.
Does the guy on my ship immediately teleport, or is he does he request to land first, or what?
He requests to land first. He tries to. He's being, you know, he is actually one of their diplomats, so he's being diplomatic
Cordial.
about it. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm out, peace. No, he's like, may I please be allowed to debark?
Okay. On my end, after they orderly retreat from the room, and Snarg goes off talking to the voice in my head, I am going to angrily, however you wish to infer that, teleport myself to the ship,
Okay.
specifically to my room, obviously,
Yeah.
and go down to the deck where I'm assuming the guy still is, and be like, what the hell was that? Not like threateningly, just
So you're talking to Wayon specifically to make sure I have this clear.
my whatever the heck his name is, dude,
So yes.
that's on my ship.
So yes. His response is, I'm sorry. Because you did this immediately, so he hasn't even gotten word yet.
It's coming.
A few minutes pass. You're just sitting there
It's coming.
stewing for a few minutes, and he just kind of jolts all of a sudden. He says, "Oh, okay.
So you know now.
Apparently, we are no longer
Star goes
allies."
and kills an airship, then I get accused. He accuses me of doing it, and now he's ordered people off the mountain.
Well, no, it's we understand. There's a lack of trust issue. That's logical. Clearly, and he's being very nice about the Dominion and your people. Obviously, we're not intended to be allies. Don't worry, we're not enemies. We have no interest in
My
invading or trying
Why
to
does everybody
conquer.
keep saying my people?
Well, they're not the commandants, so. Or are they?
What? The commandants?
Yeah, he insisted I call him that.
I hate my life. I hate my life. Okay, I've got a question for you, Wayun.
Yes,
Wait,
ma'am.
is that his name?
Wayun is correct.
Okay, good. That I said it, and then my brain was like, "Wait, what?" I got a question for you, Wayun.
Mm-hmm.
The Daracost aren't all factioned together. I know that. I've seen that. You don't have to. I'm not asking for confirmation. I'm making a statement here. Who would want to get in a rather personally powerful individual's head? Do you know someone who would want to get into a rather personally powerful person's head to manipulate them into doing good in order to disrupt things? And would somebody perhaps have the power to take control of said personally powerful individual to make them do whatever the hell that airship was?
Well, he's gonna roll a die.
And of course, I'm going to need to roll a deception against him.
So he thinks for a minute. And then he rolls deception. Charisma.
12 and 7 is what, 19?
So I don't know if I've shown this. Oh, of course my viewers can't see it. This is... I don't know if that's
Oops.
visible.
Is that a whoops or a woohoo?
It actually says dough.
Oh, you rolled a 1.
That's his charisma roll. He is telling the truth when he says, I can't think of anyone of the many disparate factions, and he pauses, many factions, that would benefit from such a thing. None of the Daracost seek disorder or disruption or, anything like that. Even, I mean, you yourself have seen what Daracost
once
seek.
again be on the top of the mountain and rule as king.
You mean like the Directorate?
That's different.
It is different. That is my point,
That's
ma'am.
an organization ruling. I'm talking about an individual who is very passionate.
Me! Mind control.
And she's going to she's used this word in front of her crew before. So assuming there is none of my civilians on my deck, which there should not be, she is comfortable in using this word. Is there anyone who is passionate about the what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
Superiority, that's the word. Is there anyone who is passionate about the superiority of the Scions who might seek to get rid of a union that would be unifying the races and not controlling them?
I'll go ahead and roll another int check on that one. Int check, you don't have to deceive.
Oh.
He's remembering. No, I can't seem to roll higher than a 3. So I'm afraid I actually can't think of anyone, ma'am. And again, he is telling the truth. As to your... What was your second... Oh, your second question was the mind control. As to your second question, I don't know how much you know about who we were, but we don't have all the powers we used to, ma'am.
Not all of you do, but some of you do.
No,
Have you heard of a
the Lord
Scion
Rytherin
who
does,
is
and the
real?
Lady Airfall does.
Okay.
To my knowledge, those are the only two who retain any of their mental powers.
Okay. Question. The voice in Snark's head he's been claiming is the Lady Airfall, isn't it?
No, Vesmora.
Lady Vasmora's. What about the Lady Vasmora?
Hang on. Snark, can you hear us?
Yep.
Have you said anything about it being Vesmora? I actually don't remember.
Yes, he has. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't really told anything back.
Okay. So, the Lady Vesmora... She's
Yes.
an unimportant official who was organized under the former House of Vesmora.
I see.
Barely know anything about her.
Okay, Wayan. And I'm sure he's probably telling the truth. I'm sure that completely caught him off guard.
Yeah, it's like you being... It's like... I can't even think of a comparison. It's like being asked about
don't-
Nog in
don't
Season 1
have
of
to.
DS9. It's like, who?
I was fully expecting this to catch him off guard. I'm going to say, okay. Wayan, I have a proposal for you.
I'm listening. I'm
This
listening.
is not what brought me into both organizations originally. Are the people that brought me into both organizations originally are fully aware of the fact that I, quite frankly, was against the idea of my Knoll companion being brought in due to for lack of a better term, and I realize that this is going to sound somewhat accusatory and unsensical, psionic interference.
Ma'am, we don't have that power anymore. Other than
I
the
know,
Lord Rotharan
Wayan,
and the
I
Lady
know
Airfall.
what you're saying. However, I've met the man who made me the way that I am today is the Lord. What was his name?
Who are you referring to?
The one we killed. Because I've got.
Garland.
Thank you. I had.
The Gold
Ragnaros stuck in
Lord.
my head.
By fire! Be
Yes, exactly.
Just out of absolutely nowhere, Ragnaros burst into Primus. Yeah! Too soon!
Someone has acknowledged me. No, I've forgotten it again. Garland.
Garland, the Gold
The man who
Lord.
made me the way that I am today is the Lord Garland, who is no longer amongst us, I believe.
Garland's been dead for a long time.
He was not. He would like to roll deception against me.
Yes, he would. He actually rolls well for once.
I rolled a 14.
So you
I don't-
successfully lied to him that you're telling the truth.
No, I'm trying to. I needed to roll an opposing deception against him, so I want him to believe that I am telling the truth because I am. So I am sinceritying him. I am the opposite.
I want to roll truth really quick. Can I do
Yes,
that?
I want to roll truth, and it's a cha roll.
Okay.
Because all of those are cha based
You
now.
successfully truth him.
Hey, honey, can I have some water? Thank you.
So you convince him of your truth roll.
He wanted to roll deception against me. I didn't want to roll deception against him. He wanted to check to see if I was lying. I'm not.
You haven't gotten to your proposal for Wayun yet.
Yes. Yes. And one amongst our party, the lady Fiona Seal,
He has no idea who
both
that
of
is.
which I have met had fully retained their powers. And to my knowledge, Fiona Seal was less than my age old, which, to my knowledge, should not be possible. So,
Please name drop
And
Ricard,
that.
just for my amusement.
Karg?
Just do it.
Okay. How I named drop Ricard is the lady Fiona Seal. I've never heard of her. It's like, Ricard of the House of Airfall
Who?
came with Ricard, a lycanthrope.
He looks totally confused.
It-
Here, let me roll deception.
He was an alligator, describing him,
What'd you get?
an 18.
You're
On the die?
You're pretty sure he is genuinely has no idea who you're talking about.
Oh, I thought I was rolling truth against him again. Thank you, honey.
No, you're trying to determine if he is honestly like, who? And he's never heard of that name
okay.
before. Who?
Well, I'm gonna be like describing him, and now we're both confused because I'm just like,
What? But
I swear I've met this like in.
there's what?
Okay, he might not be from the House of Airfall. He was really good at lying, but he said he was, and he was a lycanthrope
How do you know he was good at lying?
because he beat me lying once, and I almost caught him.
But you didn't catch him.
Actually, I
In
did
lie.
catch him out in one
Yeah, you
lie.
did. You did. I remember the specifics of that because we've talked
didn't.
about that off camera. So, anyways, so he has no idea who Rakarg is. Plot point. Viewers at home, pay attention. No idea who Rakarg is. He just, huh? So what's your proposal?
Something is going on here that's more than what we see. I mean, magic shouldn't work like that. Snarg's claiming that it's something I did as a black mage. And I've only ever seen my magic go wrong once, and that was in one location. I have no clue what the crap happened there, but I'm sure you know about the town, blah, 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 that I've forgotten the name of.
Actually, he has not heard anything about the. I mean, he's heard of the town, but he hasn't heard
We really
anything
need
about
to go check that out.
This is the worst diplomat ever. He knows nothing.
the what?
This is the worst. He knows nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'll just mute myself to do.
While this is happening, Guido,
Yes.
as they're evacuating the entire facility. Jeez.
I was going to go after the general.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess they haven't actually evacuated because it's going to take them hours to get everything out. So, I mean, okay.
So while Snarg was doing his in his head meeting and Zerial disappeared, I was going to go after the general.
Okay, that does actually
Correction,
make sense.
Zerial didn't disappear. She angrily puffed off in a black puff.
Portaliness. She went off.
angrily huffed off in a tortelliness of black smoke.
Yes. She.
I don't know what I was trying to say, but it wasn't Englishing well.
Well, I don't want to step over your toes either, Snark. So, do you have anything you want to do immediately? Because again, there's going to take hours for them to get the hell out of here. I know you already contacted her, and I'm with that, and I already have plans for that. But that's going to take a few more minutes, which is why I'm asking if you want to do anything like right now.
Yes, but I don't want to step on Guido's toes because his thing is going to go off before mine.
Go ahead, actually. I'm going to make a quick bio break.
Okay.
Okay.
So Snarg. So we'll say that Guido's like, in character, and then he's like, I'm gonna go get him or whatever. I'm gonna go talk to him.
I got it. He's Snarg got blew up, and then
Snarg, I can just picturing Snarg as this angry, smoking.
Yeah, he's
flaming
still the charred
skeleton.
fire
Yes.
death with a plus
Standing in
billion
the middle of this
to
room,
intimidate right now.
angrily talking to himself.
He may or may not have just scared that Daracost. Well, he doesn't go to the bathroom anymore, but he's scared whatever's left out of there.
now Snarg's plan is actually to stall the evacuation as much as possible until Lady Vestmore.
Stall the evacuation.
Oh God! Okay, I see what you're doing. So you rush after
Until he
the
is
Sejinbel,
replaced.
and you still have tons of bonuses to your intimidate. And
Because you're
whatnot.
just running around as a
And
giant.
I rolled it for the next 14 minutes.
Am I still muted?
Yeah. No, I still hear you. We still hear you.
Okay. I couldn't remember if I'd remuted myself.
All right, so hang on, real quick. I want to cover your stuff, Snarg, in a second. Sis, what's the proposal you want to give to Wayun? You still haven't told me the proposal.
Basically, to get me a new Dominion person on my ship of a normal race. One that...
A normal race? Massive offense. -20 to all diplomacy
no,
rolls.
I meant my a more...
Well, you will remember that.
Yes.
say is more of a more common race, one that would be able to blend in on my ship with my other civilians that I have on the ship currently.
How do you know we don't already have someone here?
Well, that wouldn't surprise me given the random missives that have been showing up on Snarg's door, but I don't think those are coming from you, and I'm not entirely certain how they're getting on my ship, with my ship being airborne.
That's very questionable.
Yes, and I don't like it. Anyway, so my proposal is let's work together to figure out what the hell's going on, because I don't know how Snarg managed to take down an airship with a giant flaming cylinder, and now he's on all flaming skeleton and is demanding people leave, and...
Well, I will consider it. Do you happen to have... I'm just going to assume this, that you mentioned this to him. Do you happen to have the dossier that was given to him? No, you don't. You burned it.
I destroyed it as soon as I saw it because it had some pretty damning, what I thought was pretty damning evidence, because the player misinterpreted what the GM had said and their intentions were, and no.
So, no, that's really unfortunate. I was really
yes,
hoping...
Yes, I do. I have the original.
Oh, fantastic. Can you go get it for me really quick?
Yes.
Okay, it's not there.
Okay. I come back.
Did you find it?
It's gone, but I have the daggers of the head of the what's-your-face. What's it called?
Bloody flock.
Thank
Damn
you.
it. I wanted her to get it on her own. I'm just sitting here like, come on. Alonzo of Firebeard.
And I'm going to name drop the head's name because I know him
Alonzo of
personally.
Firebeard.
I have Alonzo of Firebeard, head of the Bloodied Flock's daggers, because that's who he was sent after.
Eyes wide.
This should
Have you
be
appraised
proof
those
enough.
yet?
Huh?
Have you appraised those yet?
No, I haven't, because I wasn't planning on giving them to either of them. I've just been holding on.
Oh, come
to them.
on! Come on,
Burn
that's
them.
super loot. I guess both of them actually have pretty good weapons anyways.
And I don't think any of us can use daggers.
Snark should be able to.
Oh.
But
Everybody should be able to, I think.
I don't
I
actually
can't.
remember. I'll say yes, they're daggers.
I can use one-handed weapons.
That's like simple proficiency. Okay, so you have the daggers. Oh my goodness. That's eyes wide. That's wonderful proof. I really wish you had that dossier. Where would it have gone?
It was in my room?
It was in your room.
Yes.
Which no one else can access. Lord knows I've tried. And no one else can access it, and it was gone from your room. We'll cut away from her now, back to Guido.
And Z's literally sitting here going,
So Snarg, you chase down the general and you stall the hell out of him. You have a huge bonus to your roll, so I'm not even going to make you roll right now.
Snark's chasing the general down to stall him. I thought Guido was chasing
I'm like going to talk about what's like happening is that like
left, middle, right.
the terrain of the actual mountain base itself is changing.
Oh God.
So he's like going around in circles.
Oh my God. Okay. So Guido, then, would you like to catch up to the general?
Yes.
You catch up to the general. He says, Mr. of Granite Holm, is there something I can do for you?
And what was this guy's name again?
I never gave it, actually.
Oh.
I had it in my head when we started, and then it never came up, and now it's gone. Give me a moment.
Pike.
This is one of those. General Torresio. I'm saying it too much with that. Torresio. Let me say that more clearly.
Of...
He's a Dericost.
Oh, okay.
Of the house of...
Of the House Rytheron.
Okay.
Oh, good. That means he might be trustworthy. I'm not there, bear in mind.
Snarg, I'm going to go ahead and let you know that while Guido's talking, you're going to get a dossier with tons of info on this guy, his next plan stop, his weaknesses, his magical defenses, because he has a lot of them. And, yeah.
But the guy that Guido's
Yeah,
talking
the general.
Oh, okay.
So that's going to be given to you. I'm going to go out of my way to not design those defenses particularly. What I'm going to ask you to do is tell me how you want to kill this guy, and I'll work around your plan, if that makes sense. You don't have to tell me right now. Just be thinking about it while I'm talking to Guido.
Okay.
So, Guido, you catch up to General Terissimo, and he's like, Mr. of Granitholm, wait, what accent was he using from? Mr. of Granitholm, I've changed my accent because I don't really remember what accent I was using last time. So if you can help me to remember. My accent's drifting. Oh god.
Going from Hispanic to Scottish to Russian.
What can I do for you?
General Teresio, I believe apologies may be in order. At least
hang on.
from one of us.
You technically still have the bonus to your Intimidate if you want to roll that
Okay.
from the earlier display. Oh my god. You win.
Why are you rolling Intimidate against him?
No, you win. You win.
Okay.
You win. So he immediately, there's this flash of fear in his eyes, which he is disciplined enough to conceal. He says, Mr. of Granatom.
Wait, Guido. Roll awareness to see if you notice.
That's a good point. This is a subtle thing. Guido might not. So that would be wisdom.
Where's my Oh, there's my spoon.
It's a 7.
Why do I have...
You actually don't notice him amongst the lycanthropes, even though he's standing right in front of you. So he says, flash of fear, which you don't catch. Mr. of Granatom, there is... I need an accent. Mr. of Granatom, there is no need for this hostility between us. We have no desire to be your enemies. I am deeply sorry for any insult that I have incurred upon you, and I do not wish to incur your wrath. This is not the aim of the Dominion. We seek order, we seek cooperation, and we would love to have further cooperation with you in the future as distant partners rather than direct allies. Says, can you mute yourself real quick? There it goes. There's just on this tornado of doom.
Suddenly very windy in this conversation.
Yeah, it's just well, no, it's for effect because Guido's got a cape kind of with his uniform, so it's just kind of billow. Yeah.
Plot relevant.
What? Oh yeah. Yeah. So continue.
Trying to figure out how to word this now.
Screw you! Bah! Roll initiative. Yes. You have too many ribs, sir.
Let me help you with that.
I believe that we can still be mutually beneficial, regardless of my...
I don't swing that way, but thank you.
Regardless of my associates' distaste for the military involvement.
And I promise not to use defibrillate on airships. I know how to use it now.
No.
Actually, didn't the GM rule that
that won't work that way anymore. Yeah. That actually doesn't work that way anymore. Guido may or may not know that in lore.
I don't think he's used it again since then.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, he has. In the arena, at least. I don't remember where else. Anyways, so he says after a moment, I understand the need for allies, especially in these extremely troubling times. War is terrible for all of us, especially the lesser races. No offense. And I greatly feel that too many lives are being burnt upon foolish ambitions and needless greed.
As do I.
Therefore, if you would like to stay in contact, perhaps I could assist with this matter. Will you give me one moment, please?
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, this is going to be funny, because he's going to go to another office, but he's not going to get there because Snarg is still rearranging the halls and stuff. So, Snarg, what's your plan?
Wait, Snarg is geomancing the offices around?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, wait, no, he has one of those control-y things that you can twist the...
Yeah, he set up traps, remember? Back when he... Yeah. So, Snarg, hit me.
Well, how many guards does he have with him?
Actually, literally with him?
Yes.
Just 6.
6. Are they very close by to him?
Yes.
I'm assuming they would have walked in the room with him.
Yeah,
whatever
they're
they
in
thought they
formation
were doing.
around him.
Well, I can tell the plan you tell me based on dossier if this would actually work. I suppose.
Okay.
Plan is to use. I'm assuming the terrain is mountain.
Oh yeah,
Right.
all the mountain, all the time.
To use 3 different ones in rapid succession to first stun, and then winds to come through, and essentially over the course of a few rounds, rip him into ribbons.
Does it say the damage type it does in those ability listings?
Yes, the first one is earth, the other ones are air.
Ooh. Ooh.
What?
Am I seeing these things going off?
Well, you notice there's like a gust of air just sort of been building up in the hallway, just a little bit.
Actually, there is one that has an effect that it says an echo grows louder and louder in the distance until as loud as a thunderbolt. There's
Which
bubbles
means in the hallways.
down the caverns.
Yeah.
So reverberating thunderclap through the halls.
Yeah, that would be very clearly audible. I don't
very
think you're.
loud where you are, Guido, because that's where it originates from.
I don't think you would visually see the other effects, though. What level are you right now? 11?
Yes.
Okay, I know this is going to sound weird, but do me a favor and roll the damage you would be doing. I'm asking for a reason.
Okay. Over the first or the
Everything.
over the
The
entire
whole thing. The whole thing.
All right, I'll be back in a minute.
Zerial,
Yes.
you're talking to Wayun.
Yes. So
And
I
Wayne
give my
says-
proposal that we work together to figure out what the heck
Wayne
is going
says,
on.
working together has always been the Derek
No,
Costs
I mean
aims.
as allies and the capacity that we have been working.
Well, if I have enough capacity, I'd like to build like a turret that can move, and then like a wall that like goes around that moves too, and I can just move with my fortress. You could only make the. Hang on.
Sorry.
No, it's a valid question. Basically, no.
Okay.
There. So what he says to you is you wish to work with me, not with us. Am I understanding this correctly?
No. Well, I mean, if I'm forced to, but my intention was to continue working in the capacity that I've been working in.
You wish to remain a part of the Dominion.
Yeah.
You seemed fairly angry in the room earlier.
I was. Well, would you not be? If you worked so hard in order to deceive your companions, in order to ensure that a meeting between diplomatic factions that were currently opposed happened in order to unify them into a group that you helped found, to then immediately return and be told that something your companion did is your fault.
I suppose I could understand that. I'm curious why you didn't just answer the question plainly then, though.
I did. I told them Snarg did it.
Which is...
And I told them what I just told you.
But you didn't tell them I'm not working with anyone else. Allow me to explain...
I didn't say those exact words.
Allow me to explain the mindset of the Darakost, ma'am. Explain.
So maybe I wasn't thinking super clearly in the midst of being angry at being told that I was a traitor.
Yes,
And
no insult was intended, ma'am. It's simply our nature to approach things bluntly. After all, we don't, and indeed can't, lie to each other, thanks to our nature. So, for example, if I walked up to another Darakost and said, "Excuse me,
Okay, let
sir,"
me tell you then. I'm not working for anyone else.
I believe you.
How Snarg
Wait!
blew up the ship.
Roll deception. World truth.
I rolled a 15 on my truth.
All
It's
right.
22.
He considers for a moment because he actually rolled a 25. But
So
the
he can
irony
tell
is,
that I'm not lying.
yeah, I was gonna say the irony here is you actually aren't lying. So he's like, okay, very well. I do in fact believe you. You.
I haven't lied. to
He
you
makes
this
this point
entire
clear.
time.
You are clearly working with the Dominion.
Yes. I don't think Guido is working with anyone else, and I know Snarg is.
I still don't understand why. I mean, I shouldn't say anything.
Well, he's fixing to get a lot of actual proof that Snarg is working for somebody else.
Okay. Guido, do me a favor and roll a wisdom roll now. Just get that out of the way.
I have the total.
Okay, hit me.
I'm really looking forward to whatever it is that Guido is trying to do.
Oh, fuck.
Oh no! What'd you roll?
I rolled a 1 on the 20 and a 1 on the 8.
Oh.
Snarg, what's the damage?
Now, this is over, the total duration is over 8 rounds.
Okay.
There is a possibility to save, to not be stunned, and to not be silenced.
Okay.
And then, using the last maximize, the total damage would be 729.
That's a lot of damage even for my setting.
Maximized, maximized mountain winds.
So that much. Yeah, according to the dossier, that could totally kill him.
Okay.
Over 8 rounds. Now, we need to poll our audience at home, who of course can't hear this, because you're not seeing this till September. But if you were the GM in my position right now, would you allow Guido a roll every round, or just the one roll that he's already completely failed at? Poll in at the comments below.
There is a different effect, like the first 3 rounds, and then one of them is an obvious rock slide.
Okay, so, you want to pull the trigger?
Unless I have any other reason not to, yes.
Okay, so you pull the trigger. For our viewers at home, would you please describe visually and auribly what's about to happen?
Okay. So, first thing that happens is that the roof and the walls actually dislodge themselves into boulders and collapse on him.
Okay.
Then, of course, he gets a save to not be stunned.
I'm going to go and do that. Which type is
It's
it?
well, it says fort save, so I guess con.
So con, yeah. Sorry, I haven't rewritten all those yet.
We may need to rewrite these DCs because this may be impossible to make.
What's the DC listed?
The DC listed is 15 plus level, which makes it a 26.
Yeah, that's... that would require a lot of frickin' constitution.
Yes.
I'll have to do math later, but it doesn't matter because he rolled a fricking 1.
Okay, he is stunned for 4 rounds.
Okay, so he's stunned, which changes things a bit.
So while he sits there stunned,
Lycanthrope's like...
that echo that had been growing larger and larger suddenly just reaches its culmination at the location, which is loud as a thunderbolt, it says. And he begins taking electrical damage or air damage, however that is signified there. And he gets another save to not be silenced.
I'm going to assume that's wisdom?
Same. No, it's
It's con? Okay.
That would explain why you all have been ignoring
Okay.
me. Is this an area attack or is it targeted?
These are all single target.
Yeah, I was going to
Okay.
say, I'm pretty sure these are just hitting the general.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Guido, to be nice, let's go ahead and give you one more awareness roll to see if you heard the thunder crack of doom that you could probably hear outside. The DC
Hey,
is...
that's better.
Okay, I was
I'm
the
gonna
DC is
step
8.
downstairs for a quick second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So, 17.
I await news of gruesome deaths and possible salvation.
You totally hear the thunder crack.
Okay.
Hang on real quick. So, Snarg, what's the next thing that happens?
And then those winds that had been foretold several minutes ago come whipping down the canyon and cliff to encircle the enemy, robbing them of their energy and their life. And that is the one I maximized.
Oh God! So what's the? So we've already done that. What's the damage of that blast of wind, real quick? Because it's kind of relevant.
Just particular that blast of wind over
the maximized
6 rounds is 616 air damage to him.
Well, what's it do the first round? It's relevant.
Oh, 88.
Okay, so I guess none of you are actually aware of what's happening. So something happens, and now Guido, you basically have a round to do something.
Okay. Is he being buffeted at all?
Yes. He's
Okay.
he's also stunned.
Okay.
The lycanthropes are flipping the hell out. They're
Okay.
looking around for an enemy. When you come charging out, they look at you for just a second and then realize that you're not the enemy. Like, total confusion.
I create a portal.
Oh, God. Now, I would like you to roll your elemental affinity. For those of you at home, Guido has negative elemental affinity. A lot.
So that's going to be a 4.
So, for fun, I'll let you roll this time, Guido. Please roll me a d8 to decide where that portal goes.
A 4.
Okay. He plummets into the portal.
Oh, no. He's not plummeting alone. I'm charging.
Wait, no.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Tell me what I just walked into isn't what I think it is.
Yes, it is. I created a portal, and I'm taking the general and all of his lycanthropes with him into the portal.
So, we'll get to Guido
I
in
go
a
back
second.
downstairs now.
We'll get to Guido in a second. Snarg,
Yes.
you feel his life go away.
And I have no idea where I'm going, Zan.
So he looks at the dossier and he's like, that's a lot quicker than I expected this to be.
Yeah, from what you understand of the dossier, he had several magical... I've described before. Actually, I don't know if you've heard it. I described it in the Daracost video about how most Daracost are basically walking tanks. Mm-hmm. It's just magical instead of literally walking around in power armor. So he had quite a few things that will absorb magical damage, absorb physical damage, heal himself every round, all that kind of stuff. He's a walking tank. But... yeah, from what you understand, he should have lasted several more rounds before all of that was worn down and he melted.
Several more seconds before all of that was worn down and he was melted.
Yeah. Rounds,
Okay.
seconds, what's the difference?
He goes over there to check out the damage.
The portal is, of course, gone.
Yes.
There's no blood, no corpses.
Wait, would he have noticed if the guy had popped an exit spell?
I don't think I would have.
I'm trying to think of a way he would, but honestly, I can't think of one.
So he's going to get over there and he's going to assume that the guy popped an exit spell.
And all his lycanthropes?
Oh no, actually, would I have known it if it would have stunned him?
Yes, I think you would have been aware of the stun.
So I would know that there wasn't any way he could have done that.
Yeah, he was stunned, so he couldn't trigger an exit.
I'm just confused because there's nobody there, and there's just like a bit of the damage, and that's it.
Yeah.
So he begins looking around for him.
So Snarg spends a while tracking. I'd make you roll, but there's really no reason to. But you start tracking very well. About this time, Zerial comes in with good news from Wayoon and ready to try and work with Snarg politely, diplomatically, to try and work on the other side of the thing. I'm making you do something. Get into the party. Come on, let's go. So suddenly you're down in the Fox Ridge.
Zerial, have you seen the general?
No. Why? He's evacuating, isn't he?
Well,
For
not
the
exactly.
point of reference, he never gave the evacuate order. He never got that far.
Mhm.
Now,
No.
Wayoon would know because... But...
Yeah, so I would be like.
Oh, and by
he's-
the way, quick
he's
point of clarification is...
organizing the evacuation, isn't he?
Quick point of clarification, especially for my viewers. I know I just said that the Daracost don't have their psionic abilities anymore. They still have the communication. They cannot mind control, they cannot project illusions, they can't do long distance stuff like they used to. So they are way more limited. But they can still bzz to each other short range, kind of like the party was briefly able to do. So that's what I mean by that. Please continue.
Well, I had him trapped in the halls, and
You had him trapped?
yes, and I was getting ready to. And I was taking care of the problem. And he just disappeared along with all his lycanthropes.
Oop, that's a little loud.
Taking care of what problem? How?
Oh,
Hi, Sibri.
well, removing people like that from power. Don't worry, I had a replacement lined up for him.
What?
Mm-hmm. I'll go and show you the collapsed cavern with the wind damage.
Did you decide to do this all on your own? Where's Guido? Was he helping?
No, actually, I hadn't seen him in a while.
Did you decide to do this all on your own?
Mm-hmm. Well, I got the dossier, so I got, asked one to give me a replacement.
You got a doc? Can I see that? I'm really curious about all of his. He had some really awesome.
I took mine away last time.
I'll give it right back, I promise.
Roll deception. If you're deceiving him.
I'm deceiving him. I'm totally deceiving him.
Okay.
It's 18 on the die, that makes it a 22.
Okay. I got a 19.
Okay.
Which makes it a
She'll totally give it
A
back.
19.
a 19. So I'm totally
All right.
going to give it back to you.
Just look over it and give it right back.
Okay.
Do you mind if I take it back to the
Hang on,
cabin?
hang on.
I can't really help you look.
Oh, go ahead.
I guess since I believe you, sure.
I guess since I believe
Okay.
you.
I'll see if I can find Guido while I'm up there. Craig's really good with the scanning, and I can ask Wei Yun to help us find him.
Well, I'd kind of built this place so that wouldn't work on it, but
Oh.
Yeah, it is a little scanning resistant. Not scanning immune, but scanning resistant. What am I
suppose
looking at?
This looks like a Duracell battery.
Pork
Oh,
chorizo. Okay.
That,
Wrong way. Yum.
there we go. Yeah, part of the label is blending in because
Yeah.
it matches the green screen.
Yeah. Looks good. I take it.
That's. I just realized that. So I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna I'll have Craig see if maybe Guido went outside or the general's outside. He's supposed to be starting an evacuation, so he might be outside.
Okay,
Oh, no, I
so
checked it there. They don't know there's an evacuation. So it's,
Oh, well, okay.
Um,
Then I'll be right
meantime,
back.
before I do this, I'm going to clean this up, shift the cavern a bit so like the battle damage is erased.
I am.
for those of you not
Yeah.
aware, by the way, there's a spell in normal D&D called Stone Shape that your clerics should always take. It is useful everywhere for this reason. Okay, so Snarg, you go to hand her the dossier.
Mhm.
Snarg is handing out nothing. He's just doing this, like I literally just did. There's nothing there.
Snarg.
Yes. Oh, you dropped it. Come on. And start picking up nothing from the ground.
Snarg.
After a moment, Zerial, suddenly you see it just kind of like appears in his hand.
Look, Butterfingers. Here, take this.
I'm not letting go of this.
By the time you
I
get
have-
back to the ship, it will be gone. I'll just tell you that now.
I'm teleporting.
Okay, you teleport, and it's gone!
Wei Yun, we have a problem.
What?
Snarg's trying to kill the general, and the general's gone, and he doesn't know where he went. And do you know where he went?
Hang on. What? Snarg's trying to kill one of our most revered generals of the house right there,
He said the Lady Vesmora is bringing him a replacement.
That's more...
And he handed me a nothing paper that became a something paper that went away when I got here. I'm very confused. I don't understand how your stuff works.
tea. It's Earl Grey. With lilacs.
And cyanide.
And
I need
cyanide!
to roll truth.
No, I think we've rolled enough truth today. So he looks so confused. Like, you just told him that some random red shirt on a Star Trek episode, who most people don't even know their name, has recommended a replacement for Admiral Nechayev.
You know what I realized the other day? Picard wore a red uniform.
And he never died.
Never died.
He was the baddest of them all.
Yeah, I know.
Although you can also say
I disagree.
that he didn't die that time.
No. You're saying he was the baddest of them all. I disagree.
Oh,
Scotty.
Scotty wore a red shirt? Scotty
did.
did
he
wear
did.
a red shirt.
He did. That is true.
Yep.
And Scotty, not only, I mean, God rest him, James Doohan, but Scotty never died. Like,
Nope.
he was, relics happened, and he had his own series of adventures in the comics and everything.
Yep.
So, yeah, I agree. Scotty wins that one. Okay, so Wei-Yun is flabbergasted at everything you're telling him, and he just doesn't know what to make of it. So he just chose to try to contact the general. Naturally, nothing freaking happens. He's like, and so he naturally assumes, oh, he must be out of range already, because it is kind of a short range.
Snarg said he
He's
caught
wrong.
him in the cavern.
That's true. He's actually right. He's out of range. He actually is. Okay, let's deal with this one step at a time. Snarg is an engine of death and destruction that took down an airship. We can't afford him as an enemy right now. So we're not going to go after him. That would be suicidal.
Craig, can you see if you can get a low down
Everyone
on-
in the area feels this massive vibration, the telltale signs of an airship scan. I've described it before. It's
Yes,
very
looking for
obvious.
Guido.
Yeah,
I don't
everyone
care.
just... Snarg, of course, you feel it as well. It distracts the hell out of you as you're doing stuff.
This is gonna be a problem if we have guests.
Yeah. Craig says, "Oh, sir, ma'am, what do you want me to call you? It's so strange. I mean, you're technically the
Just
leader.
call me Zariel.
Okay, leader Zerial of...
You just Zariel. Just Zariel. No honorifics, and don't say just.
Official title is Master of the Ship.
That's true. Master of
Lady
the ship.
of the ship.
Lady of the ship. Make up your mind. God. I was just going to tell you.
Zariel, I told you. Call me Zariel. I'm having an argument with the figment in my head named Guido.
Well,
Not the real
unfortunately, I can't seem to find any Lugians at all in the area.
Were there Lugians here before?
Not that I'm aware of, other than, of course, the big guy. The Lord Captain.
Okay. Did you have any of the, are any of the airships gone?
No. We're getting comms asking why we're scanning the area.
You can unscan. And just tell them we were looking for Guido. We lost him, and he has a horrible sense of direction.
Oh, I'll get the message out to them right away.
No, I'm gonna say he has a horrible sense of awareness.
Okay. So the scanning ceases. The other airships are like, we understand. And
We lost a crew member. We can't find him.
we're just going the easy route. Yeah, I can't seem to find him anywhere, sir. I mean, I could extend the range quite a bit.
No, it's fine. If he's not here, I don't really know where he is.
Meanwhile,
Guido.
hang on, let me adjust the current location to
Oh,
You're back in Bacon. Wait, are you in Bacon?
hold on. I have to do the thing.
You're getting really good at using this.
What are you doing? Or using? Whoops, that's the wrong one.
No, he's getting really good at using his teleport.
He is, and in fact, he's getting a little disturbingly good at it. We'll just leave it here. We'll just leave it at this one.
You're at Bacon. Did you
Not
roll
quite
a
what I
die
did.
to see where he's going?
He rolled a die to see where he's going.
Where did he go?
Well, Guido, you're in a very familiar place. It's rather rocky. There's chunks of pebbles just kind of floating in the air.
Why is this not working?
It's not working for some reason. Oh, God! Ah! Ah! Ah!
Guido?
Guido has
Yeah.
become the nexus of all power.
Apparently, it's. Continue. I'm just trying to futz with it.
Well, anyways, you're in the, what'd you call it, the pebble something?
Oh, the Plain of Pebbles, yes.
Plain of Pebbles. You pop in there. The general is still stunned and silenced, which is funnier.
And his lycanthropes are not.
The lycanthropes are like, "Wah!" And they're looking around crazily, like, what the hell? Wait. Oh my god, they're lycanthropes. Okay, so they fall over dead instantly.
What? What? I killed them?
They are very lifeless.
Uh-oh.
Like, if you check for pulse, they ain't nothing.
And the general's been stunned this whole time, so he doesn't know why.
Yeah, he's just...
He's getting ready to come to, and all of his bodyguards are dead.
And he's in some
Now you're
strange
next.
earthen place with pebbles and rock people. Oh, they're not there yet. Oh, something else is about to be there, but we'll get to that in a moment.
Oh god, and it's being attacked by a dragon.
A what? I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Let me just switch to AFK here. Hey, me in the future. Edit out that crap. I'm just gonna leave it up for a sec.
Okay.
Are you good, Guido?
Yeah. So we're on the Plain of Pebbles.
Yes, you're on the Plain of Pebbles. The lycanthropes are extremely dead. They've got lots of really nice loot if you want to just take it. The general, you got like 12 seconds. Oh, yeah, about 12 seconds before he'll snap out a stun. He's just, like, fully paralyzed, like...
I'm not going to bother checking on the lycanthropes.
Who cares about them, anyways?
Well, keep it.
No, I'm going to go over to the general and basically help him come out of stun.
Okay, so after a moment, he's like, oh, where are we? Oh, where? Huh? Where are we?
I was able to get you out of danger.
As he's saying that, he pulls like a little, it looks like a brooch from one of his pockets. There was a gem that was in it, which is now shattered, and he just kind of tosses the expended brooch to the ground. Rubs his eyes like, where? Mr. of Granital, where have you taken me?
Has he noticed the lycanthropes yet?
Not just yet. He's very confused.
I call this the Plain of Pebbles.
And he crushes some of the pebbles that are hovering in the air, magnetically held up there out of the way, like, I can see why you'll say that. Oh my god! As he looks down.
And notices the lycanthropes?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he is... what? Why? What happened?
We were in a cave, right?
Sort of.
Tunnels in the mountains.
Yeah, they weren't, like, fully Imperial Star Destroyered out yet.
Yeah, I'm thinking like mining tunnels look almost.
Yeah.
Okay. So the tunnels were collapsing around you, and
now we're beneath the tunnels, because he looks at the rock ceiling, which you can see. Is this beneath the ground?
possibly.
Very strange. Right about at this point,
Sure.
one of the rock things kind of rolls its way over and unfolds into the form. I've described it before, so, big gems, kind of part of it.
Do they speak that language?
Nope!
Ooh, wait. The serpent people. What were their names again?
The Lamias.
The Lamias, right. I gesture to the golem and say, the Lamias send their greetings.
It, like, jerks back a bit. Lamias.
We request asylum.
You know what? Hang on. I just realized I have a great way to do their language. Give me a moment. It's gonna be great. Okay, so...
Rumble dice in your hand.
I need more dice. I need like a whole handful of just...
General, we are safe but my interactions with these people in the past were somewhat limited by our language difference.
Guido of Granadol. Guido of Granadol.
And I'm looking at the general. Is he doing anything, or
He will respond, but I want to get the voice out there first.
okay?
The general said, I will defer to your expertise in these matters. He's still terrified of you, by the way, Mr. Intimidate in the 15 billions. So he is presuming that either you are a terrifying person who is intimidating him into getting his way, or he is actually a hostage. And either way, so he's acting as if you're this terrifying Reaper of Doom. You should get on your horse.
Paladin of Doom, not Reaper.
Fair enough. The whispers are coming from your left to your left, actually. And if you look in that direction, if you'll remember the way I described this, way off in the distance you see this kind of source of light, and it's hugely obscured because there's increasing amount of pebbles and rocks and other things refracting light. In other words, light pollution in the way. But you remember it from the last time there. You actually went away from that last time. And went towards the edge, if you'll recall.
I do. So the first thing I'm going to do is still addressing the general. You may want to address your lycanthropes. Unfortunately, I was not able to save them, but
Leave the dead. They serve no more pebbles, but you do. By the way, am I audible when I'm doing this?
mostly.
Okay, hang on. I'll try doing the old trick. Guido of Granadol. Is that better?
Yes.
That's much more clear.
Entirely
Yes.
audible.
Okay.
I like it the other way though, because it's just like
I want people to be able to hear it, but I guess it's kind of vague right now, so we'll stay back here. The dead are worthless. Even the ones that still walk. The Directorate General, the Dominion General, is kneeling by his men and looting them. Because he doesn't give a damn. They're lycanthropes. They mean nothing to him.
I kind of assumed, yeah.
Hands up. Here, would you care to carry some of these things?
I'm sure I have pockets or something that I can put stuff
bags.
You're
Bags.
closer than you've ever been. Think about what you could do.
I want one of these times Guido to just be like, I am thinking.
What are you talking about? No.
General, I believe, if I remember from the last time I was here, this is going to be our
Exit
direction. Direction of travel to exit.
Okay. Towards the light or away from it?
Towards the voice.
Okay.
So, towards light, yeah.
Okay. He says, well, if you will be the expert on these matters, I will defer to your judgment, sir.
Are you done with the bodies?
Yes, there's nothing else of value.
Okay. I look at the golem, and is there any...
So do they understand Guido's language? Or did they get da 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 da?
That's a good
Yeah.
question.
That would be funny.
It would be funny if they can understand you just fine, and they're like, what the heck? Dude.
No, I mean like not understand him at all.
Oh, yeah. So you're both just babbling nonsense at each other.
Yeah, wah wah wah.
Rubble.
So
And he's just been sitting there this whole time trying different languages, but he's a rock people, so he just
So I will turn to the golem and say, we will leave the village but without...
we're not hungry.
Without imbibing this time
Um,
and pissing you off again.
yeah. There was a way I was going to say that. I will make sure that we do not infringe on your village unless there is a reason for you to have us there.
Okay. In response, he says, I wonder what that sounds like on the camera. I guess I'll find out when I edit this episode.
It sounds like.
That's kind of the goal. And he actually goes rolling off. Rolls up into a ball and rolls off.
Okay. So, General, this way.
Lead on, sir.
Um,
As you head that way, I'm just gonna. Oh, go ahead.
One quick thing.
Yep.
Could the paladin mount carry 2 people?
Yours could, because you're a
Okay.
frickin' Lugian.
Okay. I do have a faster method of travel if you don't want
Oh,
to
of
walk.
course, please. Hang on, let me get my will save ready.
I don't think I actually have to do anything for that, do I?
No, you just it's there.
Yep.
So,
Sarah.
it's so this horrible, nightmarish blood and guts and violent energy of fire and death and charcoal erupts. The general visibly leaps back a solid foot. Just he doesn't lose his composure. He just jumps back a foot. Otherwise, looks like nothing's happened.
I will climb into the saddle and reach down and pull him up.
On second thought, I think maybe I would prefer.
Perhaps I shall walk. I do have other means of transportation, if that would be. Don't worry, I will be able to keep up.
It's entirely up to you, but there's no need to.
So he reaches down and does some stuff with his boots, and he starts hovering along the ground quite quickly, so he can keep up.
All right, so
you head towards the voice. As you're going towards it, you start to realize that it feels better the more you do. The more you go, the closer you get towards this voice. The voice doesn't say anything else as you're going along. However, you get the strong impression that, the world isn't right. I mean, think about how many people are dying right now in the war. Think about how many people whose lives are being wasted on stupid bandit attacks or pirate attacks or the frickin' centaurs, and nobody would ever do anything about the centaurs, right? For years. Think about how much there's been so much racism and classism and all the people. There's just so much crap. Ugh.
So I'm going to try and have that as a conversation with Tarasco.
Okay. There will be obvious reciprocation, because he actually feels the same way.
See the blood go down. Just go that way.
Hold on just a sec.
Okay.
Sabrina needs a band-aid.
Okay.
At herself with one of her knives that she warned me about that were so sharp.
Yeah, those frickin' knives, I swear.
I plead the 5th.
So, let me think.
Carrying version of the knife I gave Xant.
Zerial, roll int for me real quick. Snarg, roll int for me real quick.
I rolled an 18 plus 6.
Terrible.
14 total.
That's still enough. So I want both of you to, reach each other and... Oh my god, terrifying. I want both of you to reach each other at the same moment and both blurt out at the same moment that you just realized what happened.
Guido,
I
poof!
know where Guido is! I want one.
She wants one.
Ugh. I don't want one of those.
Careful.
Are you
Careful.
sure you want one?
No!
Yes.
No!
Yes.
You've already destroyed yourself on those ones. You know how long it...
You left mine behind. I need new ones.
Do you know how hard it was to reclone you after you accidentally killed yourself last time?
I didn't kill myself.
So you two have figured it out on your own, just with int.
He says, "Oh no." And I bet he has all those with him, and he's probably not dead.
Oh no! They're most of them, some of them, one of them is probably not dead.
I can try to get us there.
I gotta admit, I'd prefer not.
Because the only place that we know that he's got to is...
Yeah, Zerial could try to get in. If you remember, you will fail.
Yes.
But
I don't know where we will end up, either.
I've thought of that in the past. So I have an idea. Guido, as you continue along, and you're having this conversation with him, and he's fully in agreement with you, you as you get closer and closer, you feel yourself getting a little bit stronger as you're doing it.
So, for the record, as part of this conversation that I'm having with him, I'm explaining basically why I want the Dominion's not assistance, but cooperation. You know, why I went out of my way after the meeting to meet up with the general to try and smooth over relations.
So now, are you slanting this with my trade empire? Or are you slanting this with the for the betterment of the world, or both?
Both.
Okay.
Primarily the betterment of the world.
So, if I haven't made this clear, Derakost will respond very well to blunt honesty. So, he thinks, the fact that you're just flat out, this benefits me, but I also want to benefit the world, he'll respond positively to that. Which is awesome. So...
Until you get back.
Guido, you keep going for a while. It's like an hour or two trip. So I want to describe kind of what happens now, though, and kind of use that as a cliffhanger. So we're going to switch to the other two real quick. You have about an hour or two while Guido's gone.
I'm going to try to teleport, assuming Snarg is...
Oh, God, no.
Snarg?
There's something I got to do first.
Okay, so what are you doing, Snarg?
The first thing is to put out the call with all Blood Fox. If the general or Guido shows up, let me know.
Let the ship know. Got it.
Let me know.
Let the Dominion know.
No.
Let you know personally, sir?
Aggressor is smarter than that. The second thing. So I know you've been... go to check on the spot of blight.
Yes.
Make sure that's okay.
It has not spread at the moment.
You know how a couple of sessions ago you were talking about powering up weapons, and we discussed elementally infusing them?
Mm-hmm. I do remember that.
Does Stark think that it would be possible to both infuse his weapon and stop and contain the spread by infusing the growth?
Yes, if you take all of it.
Does he know what will happen?
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
But he does think he can accomplish this.
Okay.
I'm actually going to go and say you'll probably want Mr. of Aggressor's help. If
Yeah.
absolutely nothing else, it's a stabilizing element. No
Yes,
pun intended.
definitely. I'll actually ask for Zerial's help too.
Zerial.
I'm not entirely certain what I can do to help, but I can try
You
if it
can
means
communicate
the whole life goes away.
with the Lamias.
That's true. You can communicute with the Lemieux.
You just want me to talk to the people? Yeah, sure, I can talk to
Because
them.
none of us can speak your language except for you.
What? What do you mean you can't speak their language? They're just speaking common.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
No. They're
Speak what?
they're not.
La 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 la. Common.
Talk to Lamias. Tell her that she is not speaking. Wait a minute, you can't understand me.
This is great.
You tell them to tell yourself. No. Regardless, you need to act as a liaison and get their help with this, because this is a new thing. This is combining a lot of geomancy elements that have never been tried before.
Okay.
As far as I understand, actually,
If you need me to...
martial combat and geomancy normally do not mix.
do my best for you, Snarb. If it means this blight goes away.
It will. Then we can make a more controlled substance, or perhaps they can just use my sword to help me, but we can replicate this in a much smaller fashion if we need. I'm assuming they're all full. They've gotten their sated for a while.
Keep talking.
The wind is blowing again. I'm not trying to kill anyone. So.
Okay, so keep talking, sis. God, it's horrible.
Okay.
It's gone.
With their help, before we go and search for this general weirdo, I'm going to attempt this elemental infusion.
Okay. So you, I wish I had the audience at home thing again. Audience at home, what would you have happen? Okay, do you have... Where's your character sheet? Trying to find it here. I know I have it somewhere. Should come on. Hang on, the viewers at home. Give us a second. Here we go. Maybe. Aha! Snargle Wildpaw. There you are. Perfect. No, I don't want to open it in a separate window. Why doesn't it do that? Open.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for your weapon. There it is.
Oh, it's
you have it.
edited stats primary weapon.
Okay. 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 So your weapon absorbs all of the spatial energy of the area. It reverts to dead dirt. You know, the trees don't grow back and the bunnies are still gone, but, you know, now all the spatial energy is gone. Your sword now no longer does physical damage of any kind, so DR is no longer relevant for it.
Okay.
So it does purely magical type damage. Every time you swing it, you tell me to roll a d20.
Okay.
And otherwise, still the +2 is still the... you can still change the element type, because it's still an Atlan.
Okay.
And, yeah, I think that's basically it. So that succeeds. Woo!
All right.
Zerial, way to go on helping him out with that.
Azario, maybe you can focus in on this little spatial energy and get to that place.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I can certainly try. First, though, these guys are going to need a more permanent fix, so why don't I just take them to the spatial temple?
We would love to view the honored resting site for the honored dead.
They'd love to view the honored dead.
Yes, let's get them I'll get them a personal escort.
No, I mean get them there immediately. They won't last how many days travel?
That would be quite a few days travel on foot.
The week's travel.
Oh, you're thinking of is there actually a place you can do it at?
Well,
I'm gonna
no,
say
not
Zerial
really,
will-
but due to the unique natures of the spatial temple, nobody can really do anything about it. So
Actually, if you guys recall, Desolation is masked by being near a temple, so the very
Yes.
desolate effect would not come into effect. Now, that also means you actually can't teleport directly into that field, but
yes, but
yeah, you can teleport like right outside it. Just like, here you go, join one of the caravans. There's dozens of them.
yeah.
It's
All
always
right.
pilgrimages. It's like Six Flags, you know. There's always someone going in.
Well, Lieutenant, I'm sure you've learned a lot here today. We're gonna be studying this kind of stuff a lot more.
He's in awe of the way you've already pushed the envelope on this.
Now,
You hold
please
down
leave the room.
Now, please leave the room.
so you hold down the fort here,
Yes, sir.
and we will be back momentarily. We're going to
course,
go
Bossman.
take care of these kind people.
Absolutely. So, you teleport to the spatial temple, you drop them off. And then you try to teleport where?
To the spatial plane.
All right. Before you do that, I'm gonna take the sword out and says, "All right, just focus on the type of energy, like this, and maybe we'll get to the right place." So after all
Oh,
this-
I've been there before. It doesn't work like that. I just go there. I remember what it's like. I've been there. Oh,
this
now.
works very differently than geomancy.
Oh, yeah, it works a lot different than Geomancy. I just have to have been there. So, you ready?
Let me get my sword out.
Or you need your sword out?
There might be a
the
giant reed
dragon.
shark.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Stop calling it that.
Sorry.
Hang on. Blackout. I leave it for a few seconds so I can catch it.
Future self, please delete this. I'm sorry, I did it
Ahem.
again. Okay. Oh, yeah, the reed shark. The giant reed shark.
Yes.
Okay.
But this time, maybe it would be best not to take more of those people with us.
Yeah, probably not a good idea. You ready?
Well, as ready as will ever be, I guess.
All right. So the two of you
Portal.
make the portal, and the two of you walk through it.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Guido.
Can I just ask the obvious question?
Sure.
If they're trying to go back to the spatial plane, wouldn't it make more sense to try and take the
Lamia.
Lamia's with them?
No, because they were being attacked by
Well, the reason I didn't suggest it is because we have no idea where we're going to end up.
They were being attacked by a giant reed shark. And
So,
I didn't want to
I
take
kind of wanted to make sure that it's consistent before, take them to some place where they could just splat.
Z wasn't thinking that at all.
So Guido, you have been traveling for some hours with the general.
And how does he feel? Because I'm assuming I'm not tired.
Oh yeah, you're not tired at all, and he's a Deracost.
Oh, right.
So yeah, he's
Okay.
he's totally fine. He's not even walking, if you remember.
Well, right, but even if you're not walking, if you're traveling for several hours.
Oh yeah,
it's
but again,
tiring, so.
again though, he is a Deracost, so he's not even fatigued. And go ahead.
Has he noticed that I'm not tired at all?
No, he's not
Okay.
that well versed in the lesser races.
Fair enough. All right, continue. I'm sorry.
So, oh no, you're fine. So you're traveling on. You've been traveling for several hours over what is effectively restaurant. No attacks in this area. In fact, you've gone so far in, you've started to notice there's no settlements or signs of architecture or anything. It's basically just blasted terrain. There's not even the pillars with gems and whatnot in them anymore. It's just terrain. Flat. Completely flat. And the further you get, the more flat it gets and the more smooth it gets. And you notice the pebbles, the density of the pebbles in the air starts to lower and lower and lower until there's basically none in the air. And you could see the giant black star, which I've actually described before, in front of you, the source of the light. And it's obviously still quite a ways in the distance, several miles, dozens of miles in the distance. However, you suddenly, it occurs to you you're here. This is exactly where you wanted to be.
Okay.
It just hits you like naturally. This is where you're going to. This is your destination, and you get to unlock a new ability.
Ooh.
I personally mentally think of this as Touch of Chaos. You may call it what you like. Once per day, not per rest, per day, you have the ability to look at someone and consume them with chaos.
Consume as in eat.
Well, the effects are a little random. I already have many effects in mind.
Wouldn't that be infused then?
I suppose that depends on your point of view.
Well, consume implies you are ingesting or absorbing.
Well, since he's being consumed by chaos, that seems
It's not
accurate.
consumed with.
No, consumed by. Difference.
Okay, you said consumed with.
I roll to disbelieve. Hang on. I rolled a 2. You would never lie to me, sis. Now,
I don't lie to you.
in addition to this grand new power you just unlocked, you also realize that you can, for lack of a better way to put this, bounce your teleport off of that star and direct it. Now, at the moment, See, because, and I believe you tried this before, but you can't just teleport out of here normally. You have tried that. I'm almost positive. I know she's tried that. So if you, however, basically try to teleport into the black star, which you can now see clearly and access clearly, you will then be able to teleport to your destination up top.
Okay. Sorry, evil me is coming up with some clever ideas.
Oh Lord. What have I done? I've given my players too much power. I need to roll it back. Nerf bat.
Okay, but so this is exactly where I need to be, though.
Yeah, you've reached your destination. The general is looking around confused at why you've stopped. In fact, he keeps going for a bit before he realizes you stopped.
General, just a moment.
Yes, of course. Have you found something? You look different. Are you all right?
We've reached our exit.
Oh, I cannot see it. I suppose it is of some type of energy I'm not familiar with.
Yes.
I see. Well, by all means, sir, of Granite Home. Still terrified.
So we have two options. We can either exit to
Fox Ridge?
no. We can either exit to the governor's mansion in
Iraq?
Iraq, thank you. Or the arena at Danby.
Those are interesting choices. I suppose I would prefer the governor's mansion. Why cannot we go to Fox Ridge?
Well, considering the state of the tunnels that I rescued you from.
Oh, that is good thinking. Good thinking, sir.
Yes.
I would prefer Iraq then, if that is within your capacity.
Very well. I'm gonna regret this.
So, you open up a portal.
Yep.
He walks into it and is consumed by chaos.
Hand.
Hang on, I gotta roll a die.
So wait a minute.
What?
I don't have a choice on that.
He's going through the Black Star just like you are to rebound out.
Okay.
So no, you don't.
Okay. I was just making sure that this wasn't something that.
Let me check my. Yeah, okay, that's nothing. I was really hoping for something horrible to happen to him. One of them is split inside out.
Ooh, it's an orc teleporter.
Yeah, exactly. Go. But no, this is actually
familiar with 40K. You'll get the joke.
Yeah. No, this is actually quite mild. What happens to him? In fact, you're gonna make fun of me for this. So you get out, and the first, he knows he's Derricos, so basically a walking corpse, right? Out of nowhere, he's sporting this really wild goatee, very full.
Nice.
This is excellent. Now I will continue my plans to conquer this pitiful world.
Does he notice he has a goatee?
No.
And I'm not going to mention it either.
He doesn't actually say the pitiful world thing. He's not. He just has the goatee. So you drop him off with the other Dominion, and there are plenty of Dominion people here. So yeah, they immediately are like, hey.
What the hell are you doing here? How'd you get here?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I was brought here by a Lugian. A very terrifying Lugian.
So before we part ways, I'm going to make sure that he and I have
an understanding.
We have an accord.
He is so terrified of you that, well, actually, roll one more intimidate. Charisma, obviously.
Oh, okay. Now, is this an intimidate to scare, or is this more of a
Blackmail.
no, no?
Or die.
Join me. Basically, you're trying to gauge if he's gonna betray you the moment he's out of your sight.
Because I'm trying to do more of the diplomacy.
Well, if you want to diplomatize, that's
He
totally
wants
an
to do
option.
a Rory intimidate.
Okay.
I don't want to scare him. I want to be comforting and trustworthy.
Okay, I get you. I
That
do.
would be diplomacy.
I do still need the roll though.
Yes. Charisma, so 21.
Wow, that's actually pretty good. I thought I had you beat on that one. So you're pretty sure that he is going to be on board with this plan. If absolutely nothing else, he is going to put. He's just a general, but he is going to mention to the Dominion higher ups and try to push for Dominion support for icier shipping. I'm saying that right.
Yes. Icier.
And try to help you get that started, and working with Lunacha and blah blah blah.
Excellent.
And then he goes off to his superiors to wonder about this place of Pebbles. Now that you've opened the knowledge of that place to the Dominion.
But not how to get there.
No.
They think it's a tunnel underneath Fox Ridge.
Yes. Now, I really would like you to go back to Fox Ridge really quick.
So I will attempt a portal to get back to Fox Ridge.
Okay. Because of things that have changed, you get there without issue.
Okay.
And you're looking around like, Lick or Snarg and Zerial, and you go up to someone, hey, where are Snarg and Zerial? I don't know, sir, they were looking for you. Now, I would like to cut off here, if that's okay, just for the sake of the story.
Okay.
That, and I'm kind of tired. So is everyone good with that?
I want to know where I am.
I know exactly where you are.
I know. I want to know where I am. Can you come? Can we? Can we just start the next episode like right now?
No! It's already like 10. Anyways,
You're just gonna ask him tomorrow.
So, wait. I'm going to try to chop these off a little bit better, because our end of episodes are always terrible. So, end of episode.